Howdy all, Jason here from Support Readiness, and today we will be going over how DevPulse works. DevPulse is the name for the set of scripts and Zendesk setups that we utilize to actively monitor various types of issues and merge requests in relation to bug resolutions, feature request resolutions, and requests for help. Through all the components, DevPulse allows Zendesk tickets to stay in the on hold state while waiting on an issue or merge request to reach a specific state that we've defined. When the specific state is reached, the tickets within Zendesk using DevPulse are updated to indicate that there has been a state change on the issue or merge request they are waiting on. So to get started, let's look at the Zendesk side of things first. To be specific, the Zendesk side of the setup consists of 3 macros, 3 views, 1 ticket field, 1 trigger, and 1 webhook. So kind of going over the first macro, we have the general waiting on bug resolution. The macro will add the waiting for bug tag. As you can see here, it's going to remove the tags that could potentially hinder the flow, which is like the waiting on feature request, waiting on RFH, process waiting on issue or MR. It's going to assign the ticket to the current user, set the status to on hold, set the ticket stage to other, and then it's going to set the type to incident. The second macro is the general waiting on feature request resolution. This is going to add the waiting on feature request tag, but it's going to remove the tags that could potentially hinder the flow. And much like the previous one, assign it to the current user, set status to on hold, set the stage to other, and set the type to incident. Our final macro is the general waiting on RFH. And probably getting some deja vu here because we're going to add the waiting on RFH tag, but then we're going to remove the other ones that can hinder the flow, assign to the current user, set the status to on hold, set the stage to other, and set the type to incident. These are all going to flow into the trigger, the process waiting on issue or merge request ticket trigger. This trigger runs in situations where the ticket is on hold. It has one of those tags, the waiting on request for bug, waiting on bug, waiting on feature request, waiting on RFH, and on tickets that do not contain that process waiting on issue or MR tag. When these specific situations occur, it's then going to add the tag process waiting on issue or MR. It's going to make sure the stage is set to other. The macro should have already done that, but that's just a safety check. And then it's going to trigger it's going to notify an active webhook that we've configured that will send information to the script on GitLab.com. Now on production, you're only going to have these variables ticket ID and the variables task. On sandbox, we have the sandbox to specify it's the sandbox. For those that don't know, the ticket ID there is Zendesk Liquid to get the ticket's ID variable dynamically. So like I said, that'll all trigger a CI/CD pipeline on the DevPulse project, and then that's going to analyze this specific ticket that the macros were used on and take the appropriate actions. We'll go over that a bit more later when we start talking about the actual script on GitLab.com. We also utilize 3 views on here. We have the bug or feature request tickets, which is used to show tickets waiting on a bug or feature request resolution. We have the links to bugs and feature requests. This is holding the parent problem tickets that are going to contain that have tickets attached to them based on the issue link provided or MR link. And then the RFH tickets view, which is showing the tickets waiting on a request for help issue. To round out the Zendesk setup, we also have this ticket field waiting on issue or merge request. It's a regex type ticket field that is used on every form that is used to specify the issue or merge request link that we are using for the whole process. So now we're going to go into the script side of things, which it's a little less easy to show this through, the actual script itself. But so I'll just go ahead and stop sharing and you can stare at my face instead. There we go. Technical problems of doing that, right? All right, so the script side of things, it really is divided into 3 tasks. The first task is what the trigger cause, the analyzing of the ticket. So when this occurs, DevPulse is going to first check to determine if this is a request for help situation or not, mainly because the actions taken depend on that. The script is then going to check the issue or merge request link we are working with to determine its validity. This is the value that's stored in that ticket field waiting on issue or merge request. So if the link is valid, which really means it exists and it's not closed or merged already, the script will then take one of two actions. In cases where it's a request for help, no action's really needed here because the macro did everything for us. So the script just exits with a 0 status code. For tickets waiting on the resolution of a bug or feature request, our other two types, it's going to try to locate a parent problem ticket for the issue or merge request in question. If one does not exist, a new parent problem ticket is going to be created. Now, using the parent problem ticket, either the one we just created or the one that already exists, it's going to attach the original ticket to it. Because problem tickets have many incident tickets, and that's what we basically turned our original ticket into. Now, the second task is to check all the active parent problem tickets to determine if any of them are in need of an update. So for each parent problem ticket, the script is going to check if the target link, which will be the subject of the parent problem ticket, has reached a specific state. Now, for issues, it's checking if it is closed. For merge requests, it's checking if it's closed or merged. Now, if that key state has occurred, the script is then going to update all attached incident tickets on the corresponding parent problem ticket. To be more specific, it's setting the status to open, the staged NRT, and it's adding an internal comment, letting those involved on the ticket know the parent problem ticket has been updated, has been in need of an update. Or an update should occur shortly, sorry. After doing so, the script is then going to make a Slack post in a channel specific to the CI/CD variables indicating the parent problem ticket is ready to be updated and solved. That'll vary depending on if it's sandbox or production. The final task is to check all the active tickets waiting on request for help. For each ticket, the script will check if the target link has reached a specific state. There's two real states it's checking for here. The first one is simple. Is the issue closed? If it's closed, then we've hit our state. The second one's a little more complex. It's looking to see if the most recent note on the issue was made by a non-support person and the timestamp of said note is greater than the latest updated timestamp on the corresponding ticket. So if either of those states have occurred, the script is then going to update the ticket by setting the status to open, the staged NRT, and adding an internal comment letting those involved on the ticket know that the request for help issue has been updated. So in a very grand view, that is how all of this is working on the Zendesk and script side of things. Hope you found this informational, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.